the Spotlight series. I'm coming here after a long break. In between, we had our event series of the SMB Connect the Rise, which has been a great success. We covered around 15 cities across India. Today, I have my guest, Mr. H.P. Srivastava, who is Vice Chairman of Deccan Chamber of Commerce and Industries and Agriculture Limited. Mr. Srivastava has over 3 decades of corporate experience in HR and commercials, and is currently currently part of Trident International Pvt Ltd. He's a director there. Trident is one of the government-recognized export house. Apart from that, Srivastava is founding partner and director of RAH Corporate Advisors, which is an advisory firm which has many Stalwarts from top management with over 400 plus years of experience. So today we will be discussing with Mr. Harish Srivastava about the role the Deccan Chamber is playing in for industries and MSMEs in Maharashtra, and understand what is the challenges faces by MSMEs in particular. So welcome, Mr. Srivastava. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Mr. Roy. Pleasure to be here.
So, sir, to start with, let's understand. I would like to understand from you what is DCCIA's mission and what are the role it plays to promote industries in the region of Pune and maybe Maharashtra as a whole.
The Deccan Chamber of Commerce, Industries and Agriculture is now a 3-decade-old organization. We are completing 30 years of existence in June 2024. And right from the beginning, our aim has been that we hold each other's hand to grow together. That is the line which I always follow, and this is the line which is shared by all my colleagues, that if we hold each other's hand together, we grow together. It means, in a sense, that if you look at the membership of the chamber, you have multinationals, big multinationals at one end of the spectrum, and on the other end of the spectrum, you have micro, tiny, small industries. And our aim is that if all these big and small, they hold each other's hand together, they will grow together. That is the motto which we have been following, and that is the vision which we nurture.
Now, can you just tell me how is the MSME sector is flourishing or growing in Pune and Maharashtra region? Given the global recession, there is a dynamics. People are talking about Europe is a recession. The US is about to get into recession, but in India things are a little different. And let us understand from your perspective how the industry is currently, specifically in Pune and Maharashtra region.
See, Mr. Roy, one thing we have to be very clear, that MSME are playing a very important role in India's economy. If you look at from the numbers perspective, they are contributing about 30% of our GDP, okay, and about 50% of our export. And as per the old data, they are employing close to about 150 million people. So that's a great number. So MSMEs are the backbone. And in Maharashtra, especially, the MSMEs right from the beginning had a good grounding in the sense that Pune has been I'm talking about Pune specifically now. Pune has been the base for the engineering industry. And if you look at the number of car industries which are located in this region, close to about 1 million cars are rolling out. And so you can imagine when these industries are here, similarly, their ancillaries, all the outsourcing part, that gives a big boost to the MSME sector. So that way, in Maharashtra and Pune, because of the presence of these big OEMs, it gives a big fillip to the MSMEs, especially in manufacturing sector. But how are we lagging? Another thing that I will come to you later. But currently, to answer your question, I have to only say that because of the presence of the big OEMs in Maharashtra, it gives a big fillip to a lot of small and medium scale and micro industries to set up the shop as their supplier.
So again, we want to talk about. Let's start and understand the MSME sector. What are basically the strength of MSME sector in Maharashtra? The kind of opportunities are there for people to grow their businesses. If you can just give some highlight some of the areas there.
See what I told you, that strength is there because of the presence of the big OEM. They can easily basically become one of the suppliers. So you have got the supply chain partner. So your business is not getting affected. You have a regular inflow of orders. When you are part of the big OEM supply chain, then your business is not getting affected easily unless there is a major ups and down in the supply chain. Your business is generally not affected. You have a steady flow of order coming in and assured flow of order coming in. So that is the strength. But with that all itself is the weakness. Weakness is there that you're relying on only one big industry, and then suppose anything happens to that industry, then your business is affected in a big way. So it is a strength and weakness both.
Is the chamber doing something to educate and the members to diversify or look for big different clients which is beyond the current OEMs which they are currently serving?
You see, the chamber is operating through subcommittees. We have subcommittees on HR, we have subcommittee on the GST, finance, indirect taxation, foreign trade, safety, health. We have these subcommittees. Now, these subcommittees regularly conduct the program where the MSMEs are also attending, and they are being educated through various seminars and webinars and various relevant issues. And relevant to this is another thing is we have our partner Lexicon who run a MSME Center for Excellence. They dedicatedly conduct the program for MSME sector, and Deccan Chamber is a partner to them in all these programs which are conducted exclusively for MSME sector.
Okay, Dr. Srivastava, sorry, Mr. Srivastava, you are spend a good amount of time in HR, and I wanted to ask this question. One of the key challenges most of the business owners, specifically in MSME or in large corporate or corporate, faces is managing the talent properly and getting the right talent to hire the right kind of talent. I'm sure you must be meeting a lot of people. Let me utilize this opportunity since you have so much of experience, and let's understand how do we address the issue of managing talent? How do I address the issue of hiring the right kind of talent? Considering most of the, like you look at, if Pune is one area where you have a lot of MNCs and you have mid and smaller industries also, but the talent pool is limited. So how do you ensure that you can get a small business or mid-scale business, get the right people in their organization, and he or she does not move out from their organization to a large MNC in next 1 year time or 6 months time?
Mr. Ray, if you ask me to name two major challenges which are being faced by the MSME, I will take the financial challenge as number one and managerial challenge as number two. For any MSME, it is really difficult to get a talent, okay, and to retain it. In the sense that all the boys, girls who pass out from the business schools, the engineering colleges, they have their eyes set up on joining the big companies and the MNCs, and only a handful of them, either they have not got the job, but they may be a rarity that somebody especially wants to be in this sector. That is where the major challenge arises. Most of these MSMEs are driven by their owners. Okay. So even if a professional comes in, the amount of autonomy or the freedom which may be given to him is not given in the sense because it is a proprietor or owner or partner driven organization. For them also, it is not their mistake. They also remain always susceptible to the sense that my business, everything is running all right or not? Is there any mess up happening anywhere? Is there any folly happening anywhere? Any mistake happening anywhere, which may cost them dearly? So because of this, the micromanaging from the top always there, and which may be necessity for this small and tiny industries, but it does not go down well with the professionals, because if an engineer comes in here and then he would say in a big organization, they have the roadmap very clear that this is how they are going to grow up. But here, if there's only one engineer, then he would like to basically have the autonomy. He may make mistake also. But this is where the challenges come. The biggest challenge is to attract very good talent and retain them. And because all these organizations are driven by the owners, I believe the major talent pool remains with the owner only. The rest of the people are becoming an executioner, and they are not part of basically the macro level. They are macro, they are executioner. They are not part of basically the business plan and the group, maybe one person. So that is the biggest challenge. As I said, two challenges are major. One is financial, second is managerial. Now, Pune being the Oxford of the West, so many engineering college, management colleges are available here. Thousands and thousands of students are coming out from this. But if you ask that anybody would like to go and serve a tiny sector or a small scale sector, those who don't get a job, they may go. Otherwise, they would say, rather than going, I would try to open something on my own. If I have to work, then rather I will get into on my own to do something rather than serving. So this is the challenge. I don't deny that. This is the biggest challenge, and that is where we as a chamber try to fill in, that we have the big companies as our member, MNC is our member. When we bring them and these people on a common platform where they can ask them the question, get basically hold their hand, talk to them, develop informal relations with them, so that you have anything to do, you can pick up a phone and ask them, sir, what do I do? And then you can tap this very experienced and very highly educated people who are part of MNCs, despite you being a small scale a tiny sector, because you are familiar to them, you have interacted with them, you have met them. So you, anytime you need, at least you can call them, phone them, ask them, sir, what should I do? They may give you a right piece of advice.
I think that is quite unique of Deccan Chambers, because this is the first time I'm here. Well, usually I have interacted with so many associations across India, and many of them have become very good friend. Very rarely I have seen an association where, as you're talking about, that you have an MNC and also mid level or small industries or tiny industry member of a same chamber, because usually it is either a small or middle level organization. There were MNCs are very rarely part of any industrial chamber in most of the city specific associations. I am sure as part of the association or as part of chamber, you are must be conducting a lot of trainings,
Yes.
different program. Can you just highlight something about that? What are the things which you have done in past?
See,
And
we conduct regular training program, is sector specific as well as general and skill development also. So on the various topics, the seminars and webinars are being conducted. We bring the bank people, financial people, insurance people together to educate how the best finances can be made available when they are starting the business, what kind of insurance policies, etc. they must have to safeguard their organization from any risk, how to mitigate the risk in their organization, and also sector specific like defense or other places. We try to conduct these programs. Some are in general nature, relating to finance, insurance, sector specific, and some are relating to skills also. So we conduct a boutique of program having a 360-degree view rather than being to any particular topic per se. It's a 360-degree view for the business.
that's something really great to hear. Another thing which I would like to understand is the role of this chamber in promoting women entrepreneurs, because there's a lot of there's a lot of messaging, or there's a lot of encouragement is there from the government sector, from the government of India and with local government to promote women entrepreneurs across the India. So I'm sure I need to understand from you what is Deccan Chamber is doing towards that.
I 100% agree with you. This is an area where we are all lagging behind. So, but our chamber has already made a beginning in this regard. We have a special dedicated committee, like what I told you, HR committee, finance committee, SHE committee. We also have a committee for women entrepreneurship, startup and innovation. This committee is being headed by one of a very big industrialist. You must have heard the Balwe Group, which is now the Belrise Industries. Mrs. Supriya Balwe, who is the executive director of Balwe Group, she is heading this women entrepreneur committee, and that is where we are trying to bring more and more women together. And I will be first to admit we do not have many. I'm still struggling to get a full committee in. I don't have many members in that committee, though that committee has been established. Unlike the other committees where you have got full strength, lot of people from the big companies and medium companies, they are there, very experienced people, very talented people who work hard. But here, I'm really struggling to put a full-fledged committee into place, which can have 10 women entrepreneurs as its member.
I think that's something you can understand because Pune is has a lot of women entrepreneurs. I think there's a
Yes,
need for
yes, yes.
communicating and reaching out to them. I'm sure you and your team is pursuing. Another area which is right now been getting a lot of focus and because of entrepreneurship, definitely the entrepreneurship, startup, and specifically D2C startups again is something which has been getting a lot of recognition. And with the Shark Tank coming on TV every year, there's a lot of enthusiasm about young entrepreneur to start a D2C business, or somebody is already in manufacturing, doing contract manufacturing stuff, very keen to build his own brand. Maybe if you can share your thoughts and if the your chamber is doing anything specifically to the startups in the D2C segment.
I will be sorry to say that we are not doing particularly anything in this segment. So
No.
yes, this is a new segment which has come in over a period of time. Maybe we would like to have something in this field as well, but as of now, we have nothing.
Great, sir. I think good talking to you. And good to know that you're doing a lot of things and an association which is an amalgamation of MNCs and Indian organizations, smaller organizations which share information among themselves so that the knowledge gathering and knowledge share is pretty good is happening. Thank you very much, sir, for spending some time with us, giving us information about what Deccan Chamber of Commerce and Industries and Agriculture is doing. And thank you very much.
Ledger, Mr. Roy, only one thing I would like to say before departing that all these views which have been expressed by me here are my personal views. These are not necessarily reflecting the chamber's view. Number one. Number two, the challenges side also, of course, we did not discuss that. That uh, very recently, I think last year, Maharashtra government had summoned the services of Tata Strategic Management Group how to make Maharashtra 1 trillion economy. Okay. And there, because most of the questions which you asked are relating to Maharashtra and Pune, so I must share with you that we have been found lagging compared to Gujarat and Tamil Nadu when we are looking at the total gross value added product, especially in manufacturing. If you look at the share of Gujarat, it has gone to 35%. We are at 17%. And a lot of new businesses have gone to other states, which I am sure and I know that the government is very cognizant of and it is taking care. One very relevant and important thing is ease of doing business. Though a lot of steps have been taken on doing the ease of business, but you look at other states like Telangana and other some of these states, you will really see what one window clearance means. In Maharashtra also, it is very heartening that in July last year, government promulgated through ordinance and act, investors this thing facilitation act, where it was given that through Maitri, all the permissions, so any permission you require, a Maitri portal is there. You can go on that portal and through that portal, your application is sent to the respective department for any license or for any permission. And that committee has been given a major power. But this has been about 6, 7 months. The portal has not been yet launched. Of course, the act has been notified. The portal is not yet launched, and it has really not become operational, despite it being a very good act. Where, to give you an example, suppose you have filed an application for consent from pollution control board, and your application is not basically responded to within a time bound thing, the committee has been given power that they can decide and give you the consent. And second thing is that no piecemeal objections and this thing will be recorded. So all the objections, everything will be given in one time only. Thereafter, you cannot raise. So a lot of powers have been given and the step has been taken. But formalizing it, executing it, and making sure that it becomes a reality is still not in the real. So that needs to be done. And secondly, through this committee of the Tata Management Group, we had also suggested that laws like Mathadi Act, which are typical to Maharashtra and which have defeated the purpose for which they were established. Especially the Mathadi Act was established for the marketplace and Godi, etc., where the manual carrying of load is there. But it has been made applicable to industry in Maharashtra, and that is really creating a lot of trouble. And we had given all the proposal, government had uh, suggested an amendment also, objections also have been invited, everything has been done. But that amendment to act is still to see the light of the day. So there are things which need to be expedited with good intentions. Steps have been taken, but they need to be formalized, and it must become a reality if we really want to put up Maharashtra on a national map as a 1 trillion economy and also a state which is a destination for investment. This is my parting line.
No, I actually deliberately didn't want to touch base because this is a little bit more political in angle because if we compare the states of Gujarat or Telangana or Tamil Nadu, the state of Maharashtra in last few years is not stable in terms of political stability with a lot of movement of people here and there, and which is which results in this kind of experience by by the industry because an industry need a stable government at the helm to take decisions at a much faster rate. So maybe that is the reason, which is why I was trying to avoid this question because it was expected on that line. The things are not moving the way rest of the country is moving, whichever government is in place. Because everybody is focusing on developing, be it Telangana or be it Andhra or Gujarat or UP for the matter, which was because I've been interacting with a couple of my law associations in UP and Lucknow area. They have been really moving fast in terms of industrialization there also. So anyhow, sir, good to hear. I understand.
My answer is not that because of any political instability. My answer is that the things which have been brought and which have been initiated,
I understand.
you have initiated a good thing, and this has been done after. So I'm saying what has been initiated,
Should not.
this is the time to conclude and make sure that it happens.
Absolutely. I'm sure since we interact with a lot of people, I have a last chat with MIDC chairman also once a year back, and he was quite positive during that time. But I'm sure things are going to move much faster. So, and we hope the industry gets its due in Maharashtra and in Pune in particular. So, thank you very much, sir. With this, let's conclude this session and.
Pleasure.
I'm keen to meet up with you if when I'm in Pune sometimes next this month to catch up and get to know more about the industries in Pune. Thank you very much,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting. It's been a pleasure to be with you. Thank you.
So that was Mr. H.P. Srivastava, Vice Chairman of Deccan Chamber of Commerce. Please follow us on our website, therise.in, to know more about SMB Connect and the RISE initiatives. Thank you, viewers, for joining us on this session.